Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Senior Day here at the Briar Patch. Before we honor our senior gentlemen today, the Somerset team has decided they would like to honor the senior number 14, Tess McLean. At this time, we would like to take a few moments to honor a player who will be representing Somerset High School for the final time in the regular season here at the Briar Patch. This young woman we will be honoring tonight has dedicated herself to becoming the very best student athlete she could become. Over the course of her career, she has spent countless hours both on the practice floor and in competition. She has represented Somerset High School from one end of the state to the other and at events all across the nation. Tonight, we would like to thank her and her family for all their hard work and wish her well in future endeavors. Our senior honoree is Serenity Haynes. Serenity is the daughter of Tim and Felicia Haynes. Serenity is involved in Link Crew. She's also a member of the volleyball team. She's played volleyball for 7 years. She is also a member of the basketball team, which she has played for 12 years. Her most memorable high school moment in playing basketball is all the team bonding she's been able to have with her friends. Her future plans are when she graduates high school to go to college, become a cardiovascular sonographer or an ultrasound tech. She would like to thank her dad and her coaches that have always pushed her to become a better athlete on and off the court, and her teammates that have supported her and one another these past 2 years. Her advice, always make the most of everything, because it will be over before you know it. Ladies and gentlemen, Somerset point guard, Serenity Haynes.
Welcome into the Briar Patch for a little Saturday afternoon basketball as we've got the Lady Jumpers in their final home game of the season facing off against the Berea Pioneers. I'm Alan Lewis, and I'm up here with Coach Casey Rexroth on the final tune-up before district tournament begins next week. Coach, what are you looking for in this matchup tonight this afternoon with Somerset and Berea?
Well, first thing, you've got two pretty well evenly matched teams. As far as, Berea's got a little bit of the edge on the win-loss record, but if you look at schedules, we've got two pretty evenly matched teams. Should be a competitive game. Look to see, hopefully, Serenity Haynes have a big day today on Senior Day and her last regular season bout here. So you've got two teams that are gearing up to play on Monday for each of their district tournaments, respectively. So we'll just look to see a good outing for both sides going into districts.
Yeah, and you touched on Serenity Haynes. If you were with us in the broadcast earlier, or you can always go back and watch that, she was honored before the game as the lone senior, and not only lone senior, she's one of the few actual high school students that we have on the girls' team. And she's just an absolute kind of coach's dream to have on the court. She is just a tough, gritty player that, as the senior, in a kind of an odd year with the injuries and playing with such young talent, she doesn't demand the ball or demand so many shots. She just goes out, works hard every single night. And I think that probably any coach in the region would love to have players like her on their team, just to, you know what you're going to expect every single game.
And you mentioned the adversity that they face with all the injuries and everything else in the youth. And you're right, she's handled it with about as much poise as you could possibly handle it. I had the privilege of coaching her my 2 years here back in 2019 to 21 of when I was coaching this program, and had her as a eighth grader and then a freshman, and it was or actually I guess eighth grader and seventh and eighth grader. Yeah, she's a great player. She's the model kind of attitude that you want one of your players to have. She's going out there and fight, and like I said, just the poise of as good as you possibly could in these circumstances of this season.
Yeah, she was also a standout volleyball player, and as senior year kind of rolls it around and gets closer and closer to that May graduation.
And she actually took a couple of years off during her high school career on just focusing on volleyball. But it's good to see her back on the basketball floor, because I know it's been pivotal for this program to have some older girls, some experienced girls to help build what they're going to try to rebuild here in the next few years.
Absolutely. And if we look forward to next week, starting the district tournament, which is going to be held here at the Briar Patch, our girls, the Somerset Lady Jumpers, will face Rockcastle County in the first game on Monday night at 6, and then the second game will be Pulaski County against Casey County, and kind of a final tune-up before district begins. As you said, this is going to be a fairly evenly matched game, as I think we were getting ready to sing the national anthem. We will get you set with the starting lineups coming up just a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the record match here at Somerset High School for girls basketball action. Contest this afternoon features the Lady Pirates of
Looking over, it's a small but faithful group of rowdies over there that's come out to support our final home game of the season. All right, for the Berea Pioneers, they are starting a freshman, Absidy Baker, at guard. Another freshman, Kelsey Sloan. A host of juniors, number 1, Avery Plessinger. Number 21, Cora Reed. And number 55, Cadence Stepp. And for your Lady Jumpers, a really young group. Number 12, Sophie Barnes, junior. Lady Jumper leading scorer. Number 11, Maddie Cooper, sophomore. Battled some injuries this year. 7th grader, who is making her name known around the 12th region, number 2, Macy Huff.
She's going to be a good player.
Absolutely.
If she's not already, she's going to be a good player.
Number 15, a junior, Kenzie Piles. And the senior, the lone senior recognized before the game today, number 21, Serenity Haynes. And, of course, second-year head coach, Andrew Laughlin. And as we get set to tip off again, this is for both teams. They want to get a win today to kind of get some momentum going into the district tournament. If you're Somerset, you want to get some momentum and have a chance to knock off Rockcastle on Monday night.
And when you've got a young team like this, anytime you have the opportunity to compete and get a win, like you want it just for the simple fact of building that confidence in those younger players to build on for. So there's no such thing as a wasteful game when you've got a team like this. So they'll be looking to build this on into next season.
Jumpers control the tip. None other than Serenity.
And your keys offensively, mainly just taking care of the basketball. If the Lady Jumpers can take care of the basketball, they'll give themselves a chance. Got Berea in the 2-3 zone starting off. Looks like we got a little 1-3-1 cutter action running for the Lady Jumpers. Trying to get the ball into the middle, and they got it.
Sophie's got that.
It's a good reverse look.
There we go.
And those reversals from one side or the other are what you're going to get out of that 1-3-1 against the 2-3 zone.
And you definitely want her to shoot that. I mean, you'll take that shot. They're not all going to go in, but you'll take a 3 from Sophie at top of the.
Yeah, especially straight away right there.
Yeah. Jumpers have a little press going on and force a turnover, of course, in the half court, but are able to force a turnover, and Serenity brings it up.
You know, the first half of the season, Serenity was playing mostly in the post, and she's now transitioned to almost a point guard now. So she's played all 5 positions throughout the year this year.
Well, that goes back to what we were talking about pregame, just her grit and just attitude of kind of doing whatever it takes to, to win or to compete.
Looks like we got a little face guard and full court man.
Number 55. Cadence Stepp averages 5.9 points per game and 6.3 rebounds per game. She's the team leader in rebounds.
Yeah, with the size advantage she has, I would not be surprised if she gets a little bit more than that tonight.
Well, she's going up really against a 7th grader, so
yes,
who definitely holds her own, but she's got her work cut out for her today.
It looks like Kenzie Piles is taking that matchup down there, actually. So. 2-2-1 press by the Lady Pirates.
They are the Pirates. I'm pretty sure that I said Pioneer earlier.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, she was taken off before she ever turned.
And again, those are things that you're a seventh grader that you're learning throughout the season, and come next week in the postseason, that experience is going to pay dividends in the coming years. Lady jumpers on man-to-man. Get a little deflection there. It's clear Berea is trying to use that size advantage and to feed the post as often as they can.
They're playing a pretty traditional 1-4 high actions there with some pick and roll and some drop off from the point. So, yeah, they're playing off of their cuts from their guards, and then the roll from the post is like what their whole offense is about. Maddie Cooper with a good block out there.
That's what I was going to say. Good rebound there. Serenity gets set. The jumper set in offense. Kick out to Maddie. Serenity with the three. Getting physical underneath there. No call.
Good push there by Kelsey Stone, and no good. Kenzie Powell's pushing it up. Get a kick out here. Reversal. One more reversal. There's the shot.
Good drop off.
Nice drive. Just a little slow. I think she could have. I could have like that shot off there. But
nice steal there.
Very good job by Sophie Barnes.
Well, that's what that three earlier in the game kind of set up. They have to respect that, and they came out hard to defend that, which allowed the drive. And they rotated over well, but she was able to drop it off for an easy lay-in. Nora Greider just checked in. She is a seventh grader, another seventh grader that sees a lot of playing time.
First foul by Sophie Barnes there. It's going to be big time if they're looking to put on some pressure and man that she doesn't get another quick foul here.
All right.
Maddie Cooper lost her man and tried to come over to help a little too much.
She is hard to handle, especially if you're late getting there. She picks up a steal there.
Good read by Sophie Barnes with the pickoff. She's going to take that one all the way.
Nice.
Good take. So far, it's the Sophie Barnes show, and that's okay.
She's playing well on both ends. We know that she gets the points, but she's been very active on defense and getting a lot of deflection.
All honesty, if Lady Jumpers are going to get the win tonight, it's got to be the Sophie Barnes show. Or at least to be the pump of offense on there, because otherwise, if she's not scoring, then that's going to mean the others are going to have a harder time scoring. But when she's scoring, they're going to have to help on her. We're going to get some good looks there. So looks like you got a timeout for Berea. Not happy about things going on right now.
No, and you very well may hear their coach coming through our microphones.
He is not happy about them not handling the pressure very well.
No, but I will tell you, when they do beat the pressure and they can feed a step down low, she has been automatic.
Well, and really the couple times that she's gotten the looks on there, I think it's been bad rotations. It's been, if we could fix that on the backside, not over helping on that backside, then I think you'd have a better shot. I would almost rather live with one of those guards taking a contested layup rather than over helping and giving a wide open one to her. So,
and I'm sure if you're Coach Laughlin down there, that's what you're preaching to the girls is whoever is matched up on her, stay home. Rather give up a long two or even a three on, not rotating over than a layup by step.
And so far that's been Maddie Cooper drawing that assignment, so we'll see if there's any adjustments made on that part. Looks like Berea's still in that 2-3 zone. We'll see what kind of look Coach Laughlin has drawn up here out of the timeout. Looks like he's looking to get Sophie a look. Somebody flash middle. That's a good seal on the backside by Maddie Cooper. A little bit too much heat on the pass from Sophie Barnes. Be another turnover for the Lady Jumpers. So Coach Lofton's decided to drop back. Oh, and they've got a little 1-2-2 half-court trap they're going to try to draw here.
Got lost again with Step.
It's okay. Like I said, I would almost rather keep Step from getting that shot than.
Jumpers have handled the pressure pretty
They have.
nice today. Banked in. 3 by Piles there. Bank is open on Saturday.
Looks like a good tip by Maddie Cooper. Should be a tip.
It is going to be a jumper ball.
Yeah, should have been off of Berea there.
Jumpers are very aggressive and just getting a lot of deflections today.
It's like Berea's going with their own half-court trap. This is the 2-2-1. Like I'd like to see the Jumpers make that first pass try to the middle of the floor instead of the right into the trap.
Yeah, corner and get trapped.
Didn't have anybody flash into the middle right there. Back onto the face guard. Man pressure here.
Another deflection. Maddie Cooper we're not keeping official stats here, but she's had to have 5 deflections already in this first quarter.
There's Macy Huff with the deflection and almost a steal. And Serenity drew a foul there.
Macy was, definitely putting some good pressure and almost came up with it in between two Berea players.
Yeah, she was all over that ball, just couldn't get the full handle on it. Serenity Haynes, another deflection.
Another good, Berea is keeping the ball, but you love to see the intensity on the defensive end.
And here's the thing, you're making Berea, you're making them work so hard just to get the ball in, just to get the ball up the floor.
Yeah.
And that's going to wear on them here as the game goes on.
Well,
although you don't want these fouls to start piling up.
No, we're not very deep
to
begin with.
And I think that's going to be Coach Lofton's main job here tonight is switching up the defenses, managing the game in that aspect so you don't give up too many bad rotations like that, but also not piling up on the fouls. So far he's done a good job with it, I think.
More pressure.
Need somebody in the middle. Good, the middle on the drive. Good reversal to Piles. Huff for 3. Way too strong.
Too strong.
Good rotation. That's actually a pretty tough shot for her that she didn't have a backboard to use right there. Grider for 3, no good. You got Stone. I think you can see Berea starting to get a little winded here. Mention all those deflections. They're having to work really hard.
And that takes a toll mentally as well because, you have to stay locked in the entire, possession. You don't even get to just kind of walk the ball up the court or, just kind of throw it in and take just a little breather.
Kelsey Stone starting to show a little bit of frustration there, and I think her coach is reading the body language and not liking it.
Yeah. Berea is a relatively young team as well. They only have 1 senior on their roster.
Nora Grider bringing it up. Going to dribble through and past the trap. So that's One more. One more.
Good looking three.
Grider for three on that one.
I love the hustle on the rebounding.
Nice rebound by Kenzie
Real
Powell
foul.
there. It's the first foul there for
McClin. That's the lone senior on Berea's roster. I love the rebounding so far for the Lady Jumpers. It's a couple offensive rebounds that they've picked up. Another offensive rebound off the free throw.
Yeah, off of a rebound deflection there, tip.
And Sophie Barnes.
Another three for Sophie. I think that's two. Good. Another.
That's going to be a jumper ball.
Two more deflections right there. Got Maddie Cooper and Serenity Haynes coming back in for the two seventh graders, Grider and Powles.
And again, that defensive pressure of you didn't pick up the steal there, but you caused the deflection to go off of Berea. Rummage on the floor there. The jump ball.
I like the running an overload action with the against that 2-3, and I like that. But Maddie Cooper gets that look. She needs to see, turn, and almost see and look opposite immediately because you're going to get a wide open skip pass.
Yeah, she held on to it a little bit too long that time. It was a foul on Macy Huff. But it is her first, and she's been a little bit foul prone this year.
We're running out of first to give here, though. So
gonna have to stop ball here.
That's the second.
That's too quickly. That's one of them
that's one you don't want for a young player like that who is injury or foul prone.
Yeah,
like we mentioned.
And that one you just kind of have to give up the layup. Yeah. We got beat. That wasn't on Macy at the rim there. She was beat at the 3-point line, and you just kind of give up that layup and save your foul if you're Macy. But again, that's something that she'll learn. She's a seventh grader.
Good box outs there. Trinity Haynes pulls the rebound out.
Pushing it up, trying to beat them before they get set up in their zone, but they bring it back out to the top.
Good ball rotation, though. You're making that zone move a lot. And that opens up loose balls like that where you get an extra possession with you moving the ball like that. So
yep.
That's
another
really
hustle. I don't guess that goes officially as an offensive rebound, maybe a team offensive rebound, but it gives the same purpose so you get an extra possession.
Mm-hmm. They're doing a really good job of getting that 2-3 zone to move.
Another offensive rebound.
Yep.
Jump ball. It's going to stay with the jumpers. But I love the offensive rebounding. I mean, we're outsized, no doubt about it. But we have won the battle of the board so far.
And the key to that right now is them moving the ball on offense and making that defense move.
Right.
If you'll be able to see it if at any point during this game they kind of stop with the ball movement and that ceases, the offensive rebounds will dry up too. I like the movement of these out of bounds plays that Coach Laughlin has in here. That's
again, Maddie got bailed out by a foul there, but again, you got to make that
a little bit of awareness,
quickly.
Which she's pretty much been a guard, I think, her whole life, and they're asking her to play post position. She just doesn't have the awareness of that in the post. But first foul for Step. Second one's no good. Brittany Haynes will get called for her second, I believe. So now you're seeing the fouls start to come into play here at the end of the first quarter.
Some of them, that one, you don't want to give up, fighting for the offensive rebound, but also there's 4.4 seconds left. So even if they brought the ball up with no defense, it'd be tough to score on that.
Steps no good on the first free throw.
These final 4 seconds just put a lot of the younger players in that haven't had as many fouls. I don't think you want to pick up an offensive foul right at the end of the quarter.
Sophie's going to get a look. Oh, she should have taken that.
Ooh, that's off in time. Oh,
it was not off in time.
Coach Laughlin disagrees. Now, we have some instant replay that we possibly may not be able to.
I don't think
get
that
to,
one.
But
I would have liked to have seen about the one step inside the free throw line floater there to make that count.
Yeah, she definitely was. The coaching. We don't have instant replay access today. The Rubles are up here with us in the crow's nest, and all the graphics that you see, the scoreboard work, that is all Rubles, and a lot of times
I'm going to make the official call that I don't think it was off, so we'll be able to go back and watch it later this evening.
But you're right. If she took about one dribble too many. If she had stopped at the free throw line, it would have been no doubt. But, for Sophie Barnes, you have, 10 of our 15 points?
You got a good 8-point lead here. Key thing is to be able to keep up the intensity without giving up, free breakaways on defense. That's because that's been the cause of our fouls so far, has been just giving up, getting beat 2 steps by our man on offense where we're trying to play so aggressively and get the initial steal.
And that's it. You said that, we've got an 8-point lead, and we've done a lot of positive things, even on the defensive end, but Berea has missed a few shots that I don't think they're going to miss all day. They could have easily hit at least a couple more baskets.
And also, even if you go in the halftime with even a 20-point lead, but you have 2 or 3 girls with 3 fouls, that's not going to necessarily be a good situation either. So
Sophie picks up a steal and drives it, takes it coast to coast, and
here we go.
Lost.
Don't give up a foul. That's a smart play by Nora Grider. That's a smart play there by the 7th grader, not trying to push the issue.
That's something that I tell my own kids in 6th and 7th grade. Just go straight up.
Yep.
Make it as hard for them as possible, and they may miss it. And that's what happened there.
Sophie Barnes, that was a great defensive play without the foul there. That was hard to pull off.
Berea is trying to drive to beat the pressure, and obviously last time they got a look at a layup. Somerset gets back this time and stops the ball and causes them to have to run the offense. Grider in there, making a nice deflection down low. I said Grider. I think that was actually Piles. Forces a timeout.
Maria's body language is starting to work against
that was on
here.
Somerset. 30-second timeout for Somerset?
It was, and he may have misspoke.
Okay.
I don't know if he did or not, but it was.
Well, I thought the referee pointed toward Somerset, saying they called the timeout, but Berea had the ball, so unless rules have changed, you can't call a timeout without possession.
I've seen people do it before. I've seen referees that have called it.
Okay, he just changed the PA announcer, just changed it to Berea, but I did think the referee pointed toward Somerset.
Once again, Berea is not happy with their ball movement on this side, and also I don't know if he's catching on to any of their body language, but you can see. Oh, he is catching on to the body language because he just took Kelsey Stone out, and that was where most of it was coming from.
That's part of what the intense defense and the deflections do is
Oh, yeah, that should be Kenzie Powell's first.
not a foul that you want out near midcourt. Nice.
A good little step around.
Yeah.
Big test by Sophie Barnes there as well. She's been all over the place here so far.
Drew a foul. Send Piles to the line. See who that was on. Yeah, that was on Cora Reed, her first. That was a nice drive by Blair.
No good on the first free throw.
Yet another 7th grader.
You got the senior coming back in for McLean, coming in for Step for the Lady Pirates.
Another offensive rebound, at least a fight for it.
Got the timeout call.
Yeah.
Yep.
Another extra possession. That's 2 off of missed free throws that if you're Berea, you do not want to give up.
Yeah, and that's talking about Sophie Barnes being all over the place. Maddie Cooper's been all over the place on the board so far today. So
Yeah.
she's been the catalyst to a few of those extra possessions we've gotten off of the rebounds.
If you're Somerset, you love the intensity and you love just the fight for the ball. But if you're Berea and you're Berea's coach over there, we talked earlier about being in the zone and the rotation, kind of giving up the rebounds, but off of a missed free throw, there's no excuse for that.
Now here you've got 6 minutes, the end of the second quarter. You've got 2 of your starters for Somerset with 2 fouls. They're on the bench right now, Huff and Haynes. If you can keep a 10-point lead and go into the half or even extend it without anybody else getting a second foul, then that's going to be about as good of a situation you could ask for.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here.
Our reversal. Side the post to
Once again,
Cooper.
Turn. That was a good reversal on that one. Great drive. Get it back out. Kinsey Powell's. Might have been the situation to slow it down and keep the defense moving, but not a bad look either. That's one I think she could probably get about any time she wanted, though. They're really making them work to get the ball up the floor. Foul by Piles there. It's Blair Piles' first foul.
Trying to stop ball there, but she reached in and picked up her first.
You got the backside corner here wide open. Good coverage by Nora Grider on that. Good seamless transition from a 2-3 zone into the man here on the out of bounds play underneath. Good help by Sophie Barnes. Yep. Another deflection leading to another forced turnover for Berea.
Subtle change in defense, just took a second to kind of recognize, they're in another defense. What do we do? And she was making a good drive, but just enough to bobble it.
And being such a young team is kind of an indicator for the future, being able to switch into those defenses as well as they've been able to. So good drive.
Wide open layup.
That was a good look to get the ball right into the middle there. So I'm going to give credit to I guess that was Nora Grider on that pass directly into Cooper. Good coverage by Cooper and Grider there as well. They're going to get
foul.
I think, for second.
Grab the ball, but now that'll be Blair's second.
Probably going to see Blair stay out there with 2.
Somerset has 3 players with 2 fouls right now, so
And they're about 7 deep, so that's where we're at right
so
now.
somebody's gonna have to play with 2.
Yeah. I think you're gonna choose Blair there and hope she just doesn't get a third.
Nice break the pressure. Good looking 3, but
Off the side of the backboard a little bit. See if Sophie, good pressure by Sophie with that foul. That's also good pressure by Piles. Not very good spacing on the backside of the defense, but I think both teams going to take a little breather and slow it down a little bit. Looks like a little bit of a carry, could be.
Nora Grider is
Another deflection
nice.
by Cooper.
There we go. Nice outlet to Sophie.
Barnes.
Another
Great take. Another offensive rebound from Maddie Cooper.
And 1. Maddie Cooper has been all over the boards today.
See, she deserved that. Her deflection there led to that steal.
Yes.
She was able to finally get some points there for her hard work. Looks like we do have fouls coming out. We got Lucy Hott coming in for. Lucy is an 8th grader. Foul call on Kinsey Piles. That's her 2nd.
I don't think that of course, you never mean to foul, but I think she got tripped up a little bit and just kind of fell into
trying to go in for the rebound and just fell into her, like you said.
Good pressure and causes another turnover.
Good rebound.
Somerset
back it out here. Back it out. Nice
reversal. 3 for Barnes.
Nice.
Got it.
Is that her 3rd or 4th 3 of the night?
I think 3rd.
3rd. That's what I thought, but I miscount sometimes. I get to watching the ball game. See if Lucy Hawk can get on the backside rotation. She does.
Oh. It's going to go against Barnes. Her 2nd.
No calling on Nora Grider.
Oh, well, I mean.
And that one might have been a foul. I know I couldn't tell from what Nora was doing on the backside. It might have been.
We'll take that trade. That's Nora's first.
Well, we will take the trade.
But I didn't see Nora doing much back there. I saw Sophie kind of bring her hand down, and she got ball, but brought her arm down, and oftentimes that is called a foul.
We got a little quarter court 1-2-2 here for Berea. Very porous one. Sophie's able to drive right through the middle.
Get
another reversal. One more. Good look. Once again, nice ball movement leads to another offensive rebound opportunity. Got a timeout.
Okay.
Timeout for Coach Law.
Right down on the corner, and I couldn't see the baseline to see if she stepped out, but it was a timeout to reset because, like you said earlier, it was a 10-point lead at that time.
Yeah.
And which it's been extended, but we're in foul trouble, and even though it's a big lead right now, we can't pick up multiple players with 3 fouls going into the second half.
And I think that might be one thing Coach Lofton's telling them right now. Slow down. Like, if you get a good look, we'll take it. But otherwise, I mean, it wouldn't hurt them to run a minute off the clock or 2 even. I don't think they will run that much time off the clock, but I think he's telling them to be patient, get the good look when it's there, try to eat up as much of the clock as you can during this time here in the end of the second.
And we're being very aggressive on defense, which is part of the philosophy, but that also is kind of forcing Berea to drive in, which then means that you're trying to stop it and you're kind of opening yourself up to fouls. So, still want to be aggressive, but at the same time, without fouling.
See if we can attack the middle here again off this 3-2 zone. They're in. I think It was right on money. I think he did tell him to just be patient. Some time. That's a good look.
In the middle.
Be a good back out here if we get it or an attack.
Hot for 2. Nice.
It's a good look. Good drive by Maddie Cooper there to draw the defense, get the kick. Another deflection.
Deflection there. Hawk comes up with the loose ball. Now slow it down. Well, Sophie's going to drive in.
Good
now
kick out
gonna...
here. That's a good look. That's okay. Now don't get a foul there on the back.
Probably going to be a jump ball. Yep.
Although I don't think.
Going to stay with the Lady Jumpers.
Looked like a little quick jump ball call, but.
It was. I think it was both of them on the ground.
Yeah.
Maybe forced him to call it a little earlier. Cora Reed comes back in for Berea. The Jumpers here, I look for them to, again, try to take a little bit of time off the clock. Not necessarily just because it's the lead, but the foul situation. Maddie's trapped there. Gets it out.
Get it out.
Hot. He was in the corner there, really had nowhere to go.
Didn't really have anywhere to pivot with the ball, so that was the main issue there. Don't reach.
Yeah, keep your
That's
hands
going to
out.
be your third.
She gets the steal, though.
Good attack.
Pass to Cooper.
Another offensive rebound.
Rebound. Kick it back out.
Good look. Slow it down, kick it down. There we go. Oh, they're going to get a push in the back from Maddie Cooper.
I only have 2 for her, but I heard
I have 2.
The announcer say 3, so I'm not.
I have 2 for
certain.
her.
I think that's what Laughlin is checking.
It's 2 for Matt Cooper.
It is.
Yeah. Quinn misses the first.
Straps, or the public address announcer, is a little bit ways away from the official bookkeeper, so he may have. He doesn't have the official book.
Good chase down rebound by the Jumpers.
Yep.
DePile's got to watch that offhand. Don't want her to get called for a third off of a push off.
Bring it back out and swing it.
They are keeping that defense moving, though. That's a little bit of a walk. Yeah.
It was a good take. Good, nice way to kind of bust up the zone, but she did.
Yeah, Coach Laughlin
Slide a
giving
little
the
bit on the
instruction to
spin.
come up on 2 and a jump stop on that. Sometimes it's easier said than done when you're coming into traffic.
Be a steal there.
Yeah, a little bit of an errant pass there. Nice drive by Piles. Nice little left baby hook there on the run. Good deflection.
Another deflection turns into a turnover.
Man, it turns into a 2 turnovers. Well, one by the Pirates, one by the Jumpers.
Certainly not one you can help if you're the Jumpers.
That one's okay.
You literally caught the ball on
the
mid-court line.
That's a turnover that you're okay with because that means you were actually doing something to make it happen anyway. See how it needed just an extra step on that help.
Good rotation. Stay with the Jumpers. The Jumpers have had almost everybody out there has brought the ball up the court at some point in time today, and I know that's maybe just a kind of modern basketball, but
yeah, it's also a symptom of Serenity Haynes being on the bench too, and Sarah White having a big brace on her leg. That's the 2 main symptoms, I think. Nice drive by Sophie Barnes.
No shot, but going to draw the foul on number 1, Plessinger, her first.
Schlesinger's the leading scorer for this squad. They haven't been able to get much going here today so far against the Lady Jumpers. Mainly is because their two leading scorers are the main ball handlers, and I think they've been putting so much effort of just trying to get the ball up and get some passes off. They've not had anything left to get any attacks on the scoring.
Yeah.
I think that was that's probably part of the strategy that Coach Laughlin had in mind for the game plan there.
When you're under pressure, one of the things the pressure does is causes bad decisions, and that's. I'm not saying they've made necessarily bad decisions. A lot of their shots have been good shots and shots that you certainly would take. But they're also shots that maybe they're not what Berea who they want taking on.
Well, they've been sped up decisions. And that's what you want out of that, because that like you said, gets the people you don't necessarily want getting the shots, but they're the ones that's having to take them.
You want to call a foul there on
Step.
Step. It's going to be her second.
You know, we mentioned about 6 minutes ago, and 6 minutes left in the second quarter, be happy to go into the half with no more fouls and the 10-point lead, and got a 21-point lead. See what we can do in this last 25 seconds if we can maintain that. And then on cue, a turnover into a foul for free throw.
That's Blair's going to pick up her third.
Yes.
Tried to take a charge there, but Schlesinger made a nice little step around and avoided the charge.
Got Malia Childers set to come in for this last 18 seconds here.
Malia eat up a little bit of time before halftime.
He's also skipping down to the bottom corner of the out of the way.
Good the rebound and throw it full court.
The audience at home didn't get the pleasure of seeing her skipping. Camera wasn't on her.
Uh-oh. A little crap there. Gotta get it out. And they didn't exactly. It's going to stay with the Jumpers, but that was just a deflection off of Berea. We're fortunate to keep the ball here.
Yeah. Honestly, you might be happy if you just held the ball for 8 seconds. Would be all right.
Sophie says no.
Sophie's going to get something, make something happen out of it.
We're going to draw a foul with 6 tenths of a second.
Calling a walk.
Okay.
I called Lucy for a walk.
Well, I feel like 6 tenths of a second.
Just as long as we don't get a foul here for 6 tenths. That's let them do whatever they want.
Exactly. You're not going to.
And they're not going to do anything with it. So.
Not going to give up any points there, but you definitely don't want to give up a foul.
Yeah, but I mean, you got about as good a situation as you could hope for going into halftime. You got 28-8, Lady Jumpers with the lead, 20-point lead going into the half.
We will leave it here, but as you can see, the Jumper cheerleaders perform, and we'll take a little bit of a break, and we'll be back to bring you the second half action. All right, welcome back as we get ready for second half action here at the Briar Patch with the Lady Jumpers with a 20-point lead heading into the third quarter.
Like we got all starters back in and into the man
Get
pressure.
a good turnover off of that.
Deflection from Kenzie Piles there into a turnover. It's a good strip there defensively by Baker.
We talked about in the first half, kind of nursing
They
some
ran this in
fouls.
the first half. Going to get a Sophie Barnes a look at the top of the key to get things started. A little short. That's
May have been the very first play of the game.
Yeah, they did run that earlier. Yeah, I think it might have been that play that she got that on. Gave up a drive there, a little bit too easy.
Plessinger, beat the pressure and got in the paint.
Get that out of there. Oh,
Macy got it off her leg.
it was a close one on that. Looks like she left her impact over there on the sideline with Kelsey Stone there too. Looks like she jammed a finger.
I didn't catch it, but during halftime there was a Berea player over with the trainer working on her hand. It wasn't. It was at Sloan there. It wasn't her. There was somebody else that had a little bit of a hand injury for Berea.
So had the deep three there for Sophie
Fourth,
Barnes.
I believe. Fourth on the day.
Fourth on the day.
Unofficially. Plessinger getting by the pressure there.
Looks like she lost it on the way up and knocked it off her knee.
That's back-to-back drives, though, that she's got right to the basket.
So far handling the pressure.
And that, we talked about it earlier in the second quarter with Macy was out in foul trouble. We kind of struggled getting it to the middle there a little bit.
Yeah,
Macy comes back in. That's what she does really well, catches the ball there in the middle.
And she needs to get better about when she catches it turning and seeing what's in front of her before she reacts, but that'll come in time.
Nice.
Reversal.
Keep the ball there.
It's a good look. Long rebound. Good hustle by Hutt. They're going to get Maddie Cooper.
This will be her third. She's going to come out. It's going to bring in Nora Grider, who gave us some really good minutes there in the first half. Plessinger gets out again and pretty much gets to the rim.
Wow.
Macy was there to put a little stop there as she got to the rim, but
they got a good back tip by Plessinger there.
Berea's adjustment, you can tell this is the fourth.
Ooh.
Is it going to be in one?
Ooh.
It's going to be on Kenzie Piles, which is her third.
Yeah, Coach Laughlin does not like that foul call there. And I think maybe the step to the side at the end it looked like she kept good and vertical.
Yeah, she went straight up, but I think she may have moved just a little bit.
And even if she didn't hit on that side step from the referee's perspective down on the baseline where he can't really tell.
But as we talked about, Plessinger has made it to the rim on all four possessions of Berea so far this second half. It's been a halftime adjustment to tell her basically get to the rim.
Good attack. Good.
It's a good-looking shot.
Good look. Don't get a fourth. Good contest. That's a good no-foul contest right there by Trinity Haynes.
Which Laughlin wanted to charge there, but I'm good with just a no call there.
I'm good with a no call as well. Calling an off-ball foul, Macy Huff there.
That's going to be 3 on her.
And a little too aggressive there.
And she's going to come out as well.
We got Lucy Hawk coming in for her. Lucy played pretty well there at the end of the first half with a few minutes that she got. Looks like she's earned herself a chance to.
Over and back or a foul? Over and back.
Calling over and back.
I couldn't tell if it was deflected.
It wasn't a deflection, so. It's like Berea's sticking in there, extended, or 1-2-2 or 3-2, however you want to look at it, drops into a 3-2.
I can hear Coach Laughlin yelling to whether we got a stop ball, and that's what we talked about. Plessinger.
The middle flasher to the middle. Nice take by Sophie Barnes.
Picked up a foul there. Good penetration. And that is going to be on Reed. It's going to be her second. Sophie's going to head to the line for two.
Short on the first. Didn't get any leg on that one.
Here comes the senior on Berea's team, Tess McClin, number 42.
That was also a little short.
Sloan gets in to the paint and gets a basket. Aaron passed there, but Barnes comes up with
recovery. Lucy Hot for
three.
three.
Good looking shot in the end. Oh, what the call is here.
Stoppage. I think there was making sure there wasn't some players getting mixed up or something going on. Coming out of this the second half, I think you could tell that Berea's got them a breath of fresh air. They've kind of got their legs back under them. I think that we mentioned in that first half that them losing their legs a little bit and getting a little tired from all of the pressure that they were under. That halftime gave them a little breath of fresh air. So we'll see, where both teams stand here in about 6 more, or let's say at the end of this third quarter, seeing if they can maintain that and make a push here at the end, or if it's going to be too much for them to overcome.
And they've changed it a little bit. They've let Plessinger play off the ball a little bit, bringing it up the court so that whoever has the ball can kind of give it to her as she's cutting downhill and she's got to the rim.
Yeah, and that's been a good adjustment because she was the one getting pressured and not able to get the ball off and wasn't able to actually attack in that first half. So looks like you got a misread there.
Hoff's going to be able to track it down.
Look at the reversal. There we go.
Now Serenity brings it back up.
Nobody stopped ball. Oh, that looked like a double dribble. Yep. She thought about that mid-range pull-up, and then she thought about it a little too long and pulled it up for the double dribble.
Another deflection. It's going to stay with Berea, but deflection.
After Coach Laughlin sends this tape off to Huddle Assist to get it statted, I'd like to see the deflection number because it's going to be a pretty high number. Good.
Nice. Another deflection.
Ball hawking move by Sophie Barnes. Nice take.
Going to draw the foul.
Going to be Plessinger. Her second foul.
This would be a good tape to show the deflections, the impact of deflections, because so many have not. I mean, it's not been the player that's got the deflection that has a steal,
and also
but they've created enough, either throwing the ball out of bounds or somebody else picking it up.
And a lot of those deflections never led to any steals, but even just the deflections where Berea maintained possession led to an exhausted Berea team that couldn't keep going on. So Lucy Hott with a second three. Sophie Barnes tried to go for one there and missed.
That's going to pick up a foul on Serenity Haynes.
I think that's Piles.
Not Haynes, yes, Piles. That's going to be her fourth.
That's going to be 4. Got Maddie Cooper coming back in for Piles.
Clem's going to try to pick up the 3-point play.
With Lucy Hott's play here, though, that makes that not hurt quite as bad as it would otherwise, because she's come in and picked up some slack here off the bench in this second half.
Berea now picking up a rebound.
Not as good of a block out on that one as we've seen through the night.
I would say it was also a focus in the Berea halftime was make sure that you block out somebody and secure the rebound.
Good. Another deflection. It's three. There's another one. Three deflections on this possession.
Blessings are able to get the three off.
Three for that.
That was good work by Berea, but like you said, all those deflections, Berea kept the ball, but it was just so,
And she made that three, but it looked like she shot that out of almost just
frustration,
frustration and being tired than even a shot, and it happened to go in. Nice look by Serenity Haynes there in the short corner.
Not sure if that was a three or not.
No, it was a two, but
Barnes gets a steal.
From the corner, about 16 feet, I'd take Serenity Haynes over about anybody.
Nice little kind of hook by May Cooper.
Good recovery by Haynes. Got beat on the initial play on the ball. Got McClin with the rebound and going to get two shots out of that.
Foul. It's her first, though. She has put in a lot of minutes off the bench today. First foul that she's picked up.
Banks open.
Banks. Staying open late on
3:07 on a Saturday afternoon. Banks still open.
Laughlin giving Lucy Hott a high five as she comes off to get the rest because she's put in some valuable minutes today.
Good box out there by Serenity Haynes. Ooh.
I don't.
By rule, she hadn't established herself. Because by rule, you have to establish yourself. And that's one that gets they let that slide a lot sometimes, but that wasn't over and back. She hadn't established herself. She was in flight.
Got a Nora Grider.
Nora Grider with a good steal. Coming in off 2 feet.
Foul and
and the fast. That'll be Plessinger's third, I believe.
And that was one we talked about. Her last 3-point shot was kind of out of frustration. That foul was a little bit out of frustration.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nora Grider almost picked up the 3-point play.
They're going to get Sophie Barnes on the reach there. That's her second. That is the fifth team foul, so that's going to walk it down to get shooting the bonus, the double bonus for Berea.
2.5 minutes left in the third, so there could be a lot of free throws come up over the next 2.5 minutes. Corley picks up the second. Serenity, Miranda across half court. Sophie getting some pressure, and I'm going to turn it over.
I think Coach Laughlin thought that was a deflection from Berea and not off of Barnes. But
it was right in front of the scorer's table, so I couldn't see.
Ooh.
But Sophie got a deflection there.
Deflection. Blessinger.
She got it.
Very frustrated.
Ooh.
I think if Sophie could have kept her dribble, I think you likely would have seen Plessinger's fourth foul.
Yeah.
She was having some frustration there.
Another deflection, but
Sloan gets it. It's a good drop off to McClin. Good bucket there in transition.
It's a nice play.
That was, honestly good for a young team in Somerset not fouling on that. Like, you got beat. They got the bucket, but good pressure here so far in this third quarter.
To the middle, back out to Grider. Bring it back to Barnes up top, set it up.
Taking the air out of the ball here a little bit wouldn't be the worst thing. It looked like a little contact on the way up.
That's going to be
Jump
a
ball.
jump ball.
Seeing some
Maddie Cooper
frustration
getting
there
aggressive
of-
again.
Somerset.
Berea doing a good job of denying that baseline out of bounds.
Good pin by Maddie Cooper. Good kick out. Haynes for 3 in the corner.
Ooh,
It was a good look for her, though.
more deflections.
She's going to the rim.
You know, we've talked about it quite a few times. Sophie is up for a layup and another foul on Sloan. That last drive, that's going to be Sloan's first. That last drive by Plessinger, there was 2 or 3 deflections on the way down, and she got to the rim, but I think it was, again, kind of out of
It
frustration.
was a frustration drive.
Just
Yeah, it was.
threw it up.
Yeah.
Wasn't able to come in with under control. Barnes picks up the second free throw. There's Plessinger again, kind of getting it, not having to bring it all the way up. That one rolled or bounced in. They'll take it, I'm sure.
Got 50 seconds left here. Piles with a good look.
A little bit of contact there, but
That's another one where I'd like to see Maddie Cooper takes that inside pivot and get a reversal out of that. But once again, somebody not used to playing the post.
have to really make a quick decision when you get down, especially when you get doubled. And I don't know that she saw the double team coming, so she wasn't making quite as quick a decision. Ryder out. Oh, I thought she was going to pop that three, but here's Sophie Barnes, Will. 5th 3 on the day.
A little too hot for Sloan there to handle.
They beat the pressure, and she had her, just a little too much on it.
Well, that's, sometimes that pressure doesn't always lead to a direct turnover, but more of just speeding up the offense, and that was the case there.
The Lady Jumpers are going to settle for the last shot, or try to get the last shot of the third quarter.
That'll be
Haynes. No, it's going to be Maddie Cooper post up.
Little hook. That's all right.
Good shot.
That's a good look for 8.5 there, or the end of the quarter for Lady Jumpers.
Nice spin and got a good shot off. As your Lady Jumpers will take a 20-point lead going into the final quarter of the final game of the regular season, final home game, final game period of the regular season.
You saw some adjustments there by Berea in the third quarter coming out of halftime, but then you saw some equal defensive adjustments by the Lady Jumpers. So I think that kind of put them into the stalemate on that third quarter there. Teams coming out even, but the Lady Jumpers still have that 20-point lead that they started off with in the first half.
I think if you're Coach Laughlin, we've talked about foul trouble all day. That's something that's plagued the Lady Jumpers, all season, being not a deep team, having to stay out of foul trouble. And we were in a little bit of foul trouble in the second half. And honestly, the third quarter was a pretty good, other than Kenzie Piles picking up a fourth.
Considering as much pressure they were able to put continually on there, very pretty clean quarter foul-wise.
I think that's what you're working on this fourth quarter. The game is relatively in hand, but you want to keep pressure and you want to teach pressure without fouling.
Yeah. Looks like we got 4 of the starting 5 for the Lady Jumpers back out there. Nora Grider is in there for Kenzie Piles, who's on the bench with 4 hot fouls right now. It's just Piles is the only player in the game right now, or not in the game, but player that has 4 fouls for either team. Should be Berea's ball coming out here.
Berea starting to look a little tired like they did at the end of the first half.
Yeah.
And some of that is tiredness of facing the pressure all day. Some of it's also frustration. Serenity Haynes, nice defense to stop the drive.
Jumpers have got some good pressure here, but I think Berea would have the advantage if they started looking for some backdoor cuts, but they've not. Well, there's one right there, but we're playing
Macy
some
Huff was
tight.
really good on that rotation. She was a little bit late there. I'm not sure which Berea player it was, but she got on the low block and was wide open. But by the time she got turned and ready to shoot, Macy had covered her up.
Problem with backdoor cuts when you're down by 20 is they're a little slow developing, so may not be the advantage that they really need. Although this would be a good shot in the arm here if they get a transition bucket off the steal.
Good job for Macy Huff there, not fouling, knowing that she's already got 3 fouls. And
Sloan had a good take, a good steal, and drive to the other end.
Jumpers are content running offense, trying to flash the middle and pop
Good
it
look
back
for
out.
Haynes.
Haynes got another 3. I think that's her second on the day.
Yeah, she's played really well. Haynes and Barnes have played really well tonight, along with all the jumpers, but offensively, those two have carried the load. And they've had a good offensive outing tonight. They're, on the year averaging 38 points a game. We're at 51 already here. So Serenity Haynes she's got a really just pretty form on her shot. Saw the replay right there just a second ago. That was, has a high arcing shot, but a really pretty form on her jump shot.
She does. She's hit 2 threes, but she's had 2 or 3 that were good shots and looked good, and you would take it every single time.
Yeah, she's a really good mid-range player and shooter too, where her role that she's in right now with this team is kind of being one of the primary ball handlers. She's not getting the mid-range looks, but you saw right there on the reversal, got some good looks for 3 here in that third quarter.
For Coach Laughlin, what are you saying in the huddle right now is to finish off this final 6.5 minutes?
Main thing he's talking to them about maintaining that intensity, because that intensity, kind of that mentality that they cultivated this game on the defensive and the offensive end of sharing the ball, offensively sharing the ball, defensively intensity, getting deflections. That's the type of mentality that you can carry into a district tournament and the type of mentality you can carry into the following season. So that's really what he's doing with these young players right now, is preaching the same thing. He's the same game plan they've been doing all game. There you see another
turnover.
Steal there. So they've been sharing the ball well here offensively, getting the defense moving. See a good reversal.
Ryder,
good 3.
Get the ball in the middle, and then opens up so much for the offense.
Another deflection. Call it a block, deflection, whatever you want. Still a steal.
She did get a block, and then Maddie Cooper picked it up. Maddie thought about that 3. She'll give it out to Barnes.
Barnes going to get
a
foul there. She's mad she missed that wide open shot. Thought there was some movement on the Berea bench, but they were just repositioning players to get some chats on. Heard the call from Coach Laughlin, get the switch on that. Looks like they're switching on those screens there. Good rotation from Serenity Haynes.
Air and pass.
Step got a little too sped up there. Threw it away. Sloan checking back in for the Lady Pirates. Brooklyn Smith's checking out.
Looking forward to next week where the Lady Jumpers will take on Rockcastle Monday night. This defensive effort is what you're going to need to, if you want a chance to pull off an upset against Rockcastle, you're going to have those deflections and try to speed them up. And I would imagine that they will handle it a little better than Berea. They've got some more veteran guards. But that's the way that you're going to get an upset is, make them uncomfortable.
You're exactly right. It's play like this and hope every shot goes in. And you do that, you give yourself a fighting chance in just about anything. So this is exactly the way they want to be playing. I think this is about, for this team, the way it is right now this year, this is their best version of themselves right now. Going to get Serenity Haynes with
for a hold. Sloan was cut into the basket. I think she may have grabbed her a little bit.
On Haynes. Got Blair Piles coming in for Nora Grider. Good contest by Maddie Cooper there. Dribble out. Haynes going to slow it up. Need a flash to the middle here. That's a good cut by Nora Grider.
Cooper was open down low for a moment. Back out to Nora. Ooh,
or that's
Blair
not
Piles.
Nora Grider, that's Blair Piles, yeah.
One's 13, one's 23.
Yeah.
And with her ponytails, it's hard to tell.
It is. Good flash by Huff. Kick, take care of the ball.
Hope he gets in.
Drive, another good kick. That's a good look. It's a good look. Step.
Ooh, that's going to be a foul. Oh,
foul.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, foul on Huff.
Okay.
Yeah. Be her fourth. Good Coach Laughlin's going to let her ride with it.
Well, that one was not a bad foul. It was going after the ball and kind of honestly got tripped up.
Just a hustle foul, yeah.
The Berea player fell down.
Encouraging sign is the pressure and the intensity they've been able to keep in the half court on this man-to-man.
Cooper with another.
Berea's not been able to handle it very well.
Plessinger picks up, I think it's her fourth.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Giving over to Barnes here in the corner. Back into Cooper down low.
Good reversal. Nice look. Nice look and a nice take there by Maddie Cooper. He steps third, I believe.
That was very good ball movement by the Lady Jumpers. There were 2 or 3 shots that they could have forced up that honestly wouldn't have been bad shots, but they got down to Cooper down low to either have a layup or draw the foul like she did.
Thing you can say from this game is neither squad shooting free throws very well. So, been a lot of missed free throws here today.
While we have a break before this second free throw, give a shout out to the Rubles, Ethan and Anderson Rubel, providing the scoreboard and the graphics that you see and even just the different camera angles. They have done an amazing job all season long, bringing forth what I think looks like a professional production. I'll give a shout out to my son, Brody, on the camera, the main camera angle as well.
Hey, he hasn't fallen asleep once, I don't think. So that's better than some of our high school kids keeping it.
Well, with the defensive pressure that the Jumpers have applied today, It's been up and down a lot.
He could have missed the ball at some point, but I don't think he has. He's done a good job. Got all new players here in for Berea, getting some of their first minutes of the game. Sophie Barnes is going to get well-deserved round of applause and get subbed out here.
She finished with 5 threes on the day.
Yep.
Plus a couple of drives. I don't know her exact points, but she's close to 20 or maybe a little more than 20.
You'll get, say, Coach Laughlin here probably in another minute and a half. We'll get Serenity Haynes her well-deserved applause. This might be her right here.
Nice pass inside to Macy Huff. Way to keep it. Cross-court pass to Grider. Another three.
I think that's 2 for her.
She has a good-looking shot as well.
Yeah.
Could be your...
I don't know. You got Maddie Cooper coming in. Let's see.
He's got a timeout in his back pocket,
Yeah.
so if it gets down below a minute, he can always call a timeout to get Serenity a little recognition on her final home game. Well, not really final home game because the district
Final
play
regular
it here,
season,
but
yeah.
Nice feed into Macy Huff. The nice play.
Nice finish. That's one thing is I like a lot better. The jumpers are doing a lot better of putting some heat on their passes. A lot better than some of the games that I've seen and called earlier in the year. I thought that must be something that I know Coach Laughlin works a lot on fundamentals with his girls. So
you're talking a lot of 7th graders, and they're playing against other 7th graders that don't have the length, don't have the speed, or just even in the intensity as the high schoolers. So they're used to kind of making what
lazy
in high school is a lazy pass, but works in middle school.
Yeah. So, but I can see a vast improvement in that. So that's kudos to Coach Laughlin and the girls for that. And here we got Serenity Haynes, got Malia Childers coming in for Serenity. You're getting her round of applause here on Senior Day here at the Briar Patch.
Absolutely. Great game to celebrate on Senior Day for us.
Lucy Hott with the drive. Kind of ran into a wall there, didn't have anywhere to go with it.
Leah applying some nice pressure out front.
See how long.
Rhea's going to call a timeout.
Going to empty out the bottom of the bench. So just a substitution time.
Yeah, just a substitution. The jumpers are not even going to come over to.
A very slow substitution timeout, but a substitution timeout.
If you notice for the lady jumpers, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot of new faces out on the court. It's because we're not very.
That is
pretty much all played.
That's it. Yeah. And you only got nine dress players for the day. That's everybody.
And only 4 are in high school. Blair Piles putting some nice defensive pressure there. That's a nice take by
Macy Huff is going all the way to the rim.
Smith.
She's going all the way to the rim. Yep. I knew as soon as she rebounded that ball, she was going to the rim. Good rebound by Lucy Hott. Put back. Got a 31-point lead.
Another turnover. Malia Childre could be up. Oh! She took a step. Could have been called a foul. It was probably all ball, but she went up and Berea hit the ball and she came back down with it. So Berea going to try to get one last shot off. It's going to finish a 31-point win. Your final regular season.
Great effort. Yeah. Build on that defensive intensity and build on that sharing the basketball on offense going into next week and also into the future to come. So great effort by Lady Jumpers and Coach Laughlin.
And on to next week, just to tell you about our schedule. We host the boys and girls district tournament, and Monday night will be both of the first round girls games, as Somerset will take on Rockcastle County at 6 in the first game, followed by Pulaski County and Casey County in the second game. Tip off around 7:30, and we'll bring you both of those. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll each have the first round of the boys game. I believe Somerset is playing on Tuesday.
Somerset's Tuesday, yes.
And they will take on Rockcastle County on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday night, we'll bring you Pulaski County and Casey County. Thursday night will be the girls' championship game. And Friday night, we'll bring the boys' championship game, as it'll be a full week of basketball, and you can catch each game here on Somerset Athletic Network. That's what the public address announcer
We already said that.
saying
Mr. Rapture, we already said all that.
to the fans here at the Briar Patch. But that's going to do it for today. Coach, you got any final thoughts before we sign off?
No, I think it's just good to see young lady like Serenity Haynes get sent off like this on her senior day, and wish them, all the Lady Jumpers, all the best in this district tournament, and also the years to come. So
Absolutely. And that'll be it for the Briar Patch today, as the Jumpers take the game against the Berea Pirates 61-30. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you back on Monday evening.